Imagine this. You wake up on Christmas Day feeling excited, proud, content, accomplished because you have shown up powerfully for the whole of December. I am so excited to announce that the Soulful Selling Advent Calendar is here. And day one is out because it begins December 1st, the time of this recording, and it goes until the 24th of December. This is the second time I've run this, and I'm very excited to deliver it for you again. I wanted to create something for you that was going to make showing up in December, a time when it is notoriously hectic, notoriously busy. Maybe you're in the camp of, I need to wind down and I'm really digging deep to keep going. You need a bit of a break and you're ready for a fresh start. Or you're in the camp of, you are seeing the year to the end. You are seeing it through. You are ready. You are excited. You are aligned. You are all systems go. You want clients before Christmas. Either way, this is for you. And here's why. The Soulful Selling Advent Calendar is something I created to help you level up in your selling game, in your selling identity, in your mindset as a business owner who sells coaching. Because what I see with so many coaches is that you're either not making enough sales, you're resisting selling, or even if you're getting visible and you think you're selling, you're not actually selling anywhere near as frequently or as potently as you need to create the results that you really want to create. Whether that's one client before Christmas, five clients before Christmas, your first 5K, your first 10K, or really working towards a bigger goal like a six-figure year or a six figures in a 12-month period, or replacing your corporate salary, or just being able to sustain yourself off your coaching business. All of these goals are worthy. All of these goals are valid. And I created the Soulful Selling Advent Calendar to help you achieve that. When I created this, I had four very clear visions in mind. I knew that in order for you to create the kind of results that I just outlined to you, you need three things. You need A, to be visible. And sometimes we're not as visible as we like to think we are. Even when we feel like we're pushing an edge and we are expanding our identity and we are saying things that feel edgy or that I might be judged for or that your audience might have thoughts about, it's probably still only a fraction of what they actually need to activate them. So visibility is one thing, but on its own simply creates entertainers and influencers online. For visibility to work in the way that you want it to, so that people see you as a coach of choice, so that people actually buy your coaching, so that people recognize you as a change maker and somebody who facilitates powerful transformations. You don't just want visibility from an influencer and entertainer perspective, but you need visibility in the sense of showing people that you are open for business and that you help your clients create powerful transformations, which leads me on to number two, selling. Many of you don't have a sales mindset yet. You're not confident in selling. You worry about doing it too much. You worry about being seen to be selling. You also worry about being seen to be not as successful as you would like to be. None of this is a problem, but if you recognize yourself in that, then it probably is an indicator that you're not making the money that you want to be making in your business and you're not signing the clients that you want to be making in your business. Because if you were clean in your selling mindset and the frequency that you show up in and your identity when you show up as a coach, then you wouldn't be second guessing whether you're selling too much. You wouldn't be doubting if you're saying the right thing. And you wouldn't be doing it once and then feeling like you have to give education and give value and do all of these things in order to justify yourself selling again. It's not that you don't educate your audience. It's not that you don't give value when you sell. But when you think about selling the way that I teach it inside the Soulful Selling Advent Calendar, What shifts is how you show up when you show up in your messaging. So the mindset around selling and actually being someone who sees it as something that is of a service, who you see yourself as a coach who knows that selling is as important as getting visible, is as important as giving value, is as important as the coaching itself. Not just so that new people buy from you, but for your existing clients. The third piece is so that you actually make sales. There is selling, the act of you selling, and then there is the act of you making sales, receiving the money, bringing clients into your world. And for some of you, like I said at the beginning of this episode, you are very committed to achieving that before Christmas. And then the fourth piece is you don't want to be going into January with a cold audience. You do not want to be coming back to your business after the Christmas break, after the festive break, and then being like, "Ugh, where do I start?" And then feeling the pressure, especially when you go back online and you see all of these other coaches who seem to be so far ahead, who seem to have it all figured out, who are hitting the ground running in January. And what I love about the way that I approach this is that, like you, I'm all about taking a break over the festive period. I plan to over Christmas and New Year. I plan to gift myself the time to really just enjoy the time being with my husband, relaxing, taking a bit of creative and mental break, especially because I know I would have given it my all in the lead up to Christmas. What I see happen too often is coaches going into Christmas, just counting down the days to Christmas so that they actually have a legitimate reason to not work on their business when you've actually not been working on it properly at all for the last couple of weeks. Now, for some of you, you'll really, really recognize that in yourself. But others of you, like I say, there are a camp of you that are actually committed. You're showing up, you're doing the work. And look, none of this is about creating judgment. It's about recognizing where you are so that you can do something about it, so that you can take personal power and radical responsibility in your business and actually create the business that you want. So the fourth piece is creating that momentum, creating a warm audience. And part of that is literally creating a warm audience, knowing that you'll have the people to show up for in January. But a bigger part of that is knowing that you showed up for yourself, knowing that you did what it took in your business to give yourself the confidence that actually you're not going into January cold, that you're not going into January with a completely blank slate and you're just like, oh, where do I start, feeling the overwhelm of the new year, new me, and all the resolutions and all that crap. If you don't want to buy into that and you don't want to buy into that pressure, then the best way to mitigate that is to know that you built the audience now. This is everything that we do inside the Soulful Selling Advent Calendar. It's about visibility, sales mindset, selling, and warming up your audience for January. So if you want to join us, then join us right now. The link is in the show notes, or you can drop me a DM on Instagram at Coaching with Pamela and just say Christmas, and I'll get the link over to you ASAP. We have begun. It is open. The doors are open. You can join us, and you can join us anytime between now and the 24th of December. But of course, the sooner you join us, the better. It is already feeling just such an easeful, relaxed, but also fun container. And you know my style by now. I don't hold back. I don't really know how. When I give you these mini trainings with every single day, there will be something new in the calendar revealed to you. And it will have a very clear, very specific, very Christmas themed instruction, because after all, it is Christmas. And every instruction is grounded in powerful CEO identity and embodiment. I don't want you to be taking any kind of sales action in your business if you're not embodied. And so everything that we do is centered around your energetics, around connecting to the power of service-led selling, otherwise known as soulful sales, as I call it, so that you can get more visible, so that you can sell, so that you can have clients for Christmas, so that you can have a warm audience in January. everything I do is very service led, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to meet some edges. Inside the Soulful Selling Advent Calendar, there are a couple of exercises that are going to feel a little bit, oh, I don't know if I want to do that or if I've ever done that before or if I've had resistance around that. I want it to be an open discussion. There is a community thread in there where you can share your breakthroughs, your aha moments, your the things that you've had to overcome and the wins. And so that you can support each other, so that I can see what you're doing and encourage you and support you and help hold you accountable, but also so that you can see the progress. Because progress is often hidden, right? We work alone and it can be lonely building your own business. And that's the final reason why I freaking love this advent calendar. It's really community led and it's really about encouraging and supporting each other as you all show up as the marketer, salesperson, and coach in your business. You're wearing so many hats. And sometimes it's as simple as having ideas to show up with every day that are geared towards giving you your own permission slip to sell powerfully, not just so that you can make money in your business, but because we need to get more coaching in the hands of people. We need to get your services out there. Think for a second about how important your work is, about the impact that your work has on your clients. Even if you've only ever worked with a small handful of clients, or if you're still working with free or practice clients even, but most of my clients, they've signed a few clients, they've made money in their business, but it isn't reliable, it isn't consistent, it isn't something that they know for sure because they don't have this sales skill embedded in. This is what you're going to be learning. And this is why I love the fact that it's compounding because it's not about dumping everything on you at once. It's just a short daily activation every single day up until the 24th of December. But in so doing, by the end of it, you become somebody who knows how to sell. And that is a gift that will always keep giving. So, join us. It is 27 AUD for a limited time. The link is in the show notes. I can't wait to see you inside. And Merry Christmas. Oh my gosh, it's the first time I've said that. That gave me the feels. All right, I'll see you in the next episode.